What's up, devs, and welcome back to SM Software Flutter series. In today's episode, we are going to build a beautiful Flutter home screen, of course, with GetX integrated. Let's take a look for what we are going to build. All right, launch the application. All right, this is our application. So click Get Started. All right, so this is the home page. It looks very beautiful and also clean. All right, so we are going to design all of this. We're going to design and build it step by step. Of course, the content are static. So once we finish the home page, so we will integrate the API integrate with our back end to start now showing or displaying the dynamic content. So for navigation bottom also, you see that once you click or you press on icon, so it show you different or label. For example, here booking, chat, and homepage. All right. We got also the header. You can see the header. This is a user profile with a welcome message. So once now we integrate the API, you'll be able to, we can display the current user information here, the name, and also, of course, link this to notification. So once the user press here, can go to the notification, of course, with the search bar. So we are going to work on the design the search bar. So we can also have or look the options if you want to have this more scrollable, horizontal to scroll horizontally. So we can integrate that. So we are going to integrate so much features, but first of all, this is a clean design. So this will give you an idea how you can start building and designing your home page. All right. My name is Shabani Musamba. Please, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Consider also supporting us by joining our membership. This will be much pleasure for us. Let's get started. All right, so to get started, I got this application here. This is what we build. We built in from our previous episode. So we can launch this. Once we launch this, this is what we got so far. Okay, so you can see this is the home page or welcome screen, what we have so far. But in our previous episode, we created this. The full authentication. So we design and build the entire authentication system. Okay, so we can now go ahead and build our home screen. Okay, so we got a couple of things here we need to do. So we are going to design a modern home screen. So for a Flutter app using GetX. So I want to show you the structure for application. So I got my application. So this is the current application we have. So if you don't have the application, you don't have this, or you didn't watch a previous video, but you just want to start building, you can still follow along with us. So, but I want to walk you through the design we have. So if you go to our application, so this is how we design an application, the structure for our application. This is the library, the main folder. So within here, we got code. This is where we have middleware, network, route, theme, utils, and much more. Next, we got data. This is what where we're supposed to have models and much in the related data for back end related data. And we also got the layout. So layout is where we store our responsive layout or reusable app layout, like layout which is used across the app. We got also modules. This is the modules. So this is where we store all screens, the widget, all folders about screens. So this is how it works in here. So let's take an example of our home page. So if you take home page, you see the home page is a folder, and within here we got controllers. Since we are going to use GetX controller, we are using GetX controller to manage the states. And we got controllers, and we also have views. We can also add banding. For example, if you take auth here, we got auth, we got bandings. If you see this auto bandings, and also you got controllers, you got auto controllers and view. So for view, you can see that we got much of here. We got the dashboard, forgot password, the full authentication system there, and then the dashboard. So this is how we organize our file, our app. And the next one is a widget, where now we store all reusable widgets. And we got our main app. So our main app or main folder, main file is very simple and it's clean. You can see that we don't have much in here. This is what we have, and we only have main banding, which we initialize in here too. But here we have a get material UI, which use get material UI, and then initialize rest of the things in here, plus screen, splash screen, sorry, splash screen. So this is how we structure. This is how we have structured our app. So if you haven't watched this, you can watch our previous episode videos on how we handle all of this one. So this is it for just overview for our app so far. So what we are going to do next is to create now, to start now building our home. So if you go back to modules here, so we are in this episode, we are just going to build home screen. So you are going to focus on this one. All right, let's get started. Okay, home screen. What we need to do here, first of all, if you see the application, the current application, this is what we have. So we want that one to look. Let's see. Nope. I want that one to look like this. So we can start with first of all the entire layout. Home screen layout. So the way you are handling layout here, you see that if you go to our home screen, you see that we are handling authenticated layout. This is the authenticated. So if you want to look for this one, see that's coming from layout and authenticated layout. Sorry. Okay, authenticated layout. So we can try to do something here. First of all, this layout, but we can also, for the body, we can pass, we want to pass what you call that, safe, how to call, safe area. We want to pass safe area in here, so that we don't need to keep repeating the same thing across the app. We can also pass the background color. I will keep checking the this image here. So we also pass, if you see that the entire thing is the background color, the color blue is the actual the background color. So we can pass background color. So we don't have that, but we want to pass it dynamically. So we can do finally background color like this, and we can also add that on here. So it is nullable by default, so we don't need to require that one. So we can also do, if we have background color, set it, or maybe but we can choose which color to show. For example, you can define color here. Let's say define color. So you can do a background color. So if you get color, we can define the show color, or else we can show that one. But we will get back to that one, because we also have to handle the dark mode and light mode theme. All right. So now you know that here we can pass the background color, and so we can do background color. Let's pass to colors dot blue. So it depends with which color you want to show. Color dot blue. Okay. So if we save that, we just want to see the color so that we can be sure that first of all, we need to correct something. I want to show you that welcome screen. We got welcome screen. Yeah, you got welcome screen and home screen. So just depend how you want to handle. Do you want to have a home screen and welcome screen, or you just want to have a welcome screen? So just depend, because you see that if now I click get started, this will take us to home screen. This can take us now to take us to login, to the login. But after login, now this will take you to back to login to welcome screen. But instead, we can just handle the login here. Let's see. Handle the home page. So we will have home page and welcome screen, which will be the same thing, to just simplify things. So just depend on how you want to handle your app. Yeah. So this is the home page. So home page is protected. For you to get the home page, you need to be authenticated. Okay. So since we know we have this one here, I can go back to welcome screen. And if you see, we want to see a little bit what we got in here. This is what we got. And we got, this is the header. And if you see our app, the current app, you see how we are handling the header. So we don't need to pass the header here. So if you don't need to pass the header, you have to go back to authenticated. This is the one. So you have to make sure that also the header is dynamic. So you can pass app bar. So you can pass app bar. Let's see, app bar. So, yeah. What you get here, the type widget cannot be assigned to parameter preference. So that means we need to change this one. If you see how we handle home page here, so means that we don't need to, we need to change this. Instead of widget, we can change this to preference, profile size, like this. So I need to change this one like this. So if you reload that, what you get here, so we don't have the header. So you see, but if it happens that you pass header somewhere, it will work properly. So this is just a reusable way. So if I pass header, come here, say for example app bar, and you pass app bar here, just to mitigate the error, we need to correct that app bar to make it reusable. Maybe let's reload. Yeah, up header is there. So the way we want to pass header this way, we will create a custom header, but I was just showing you how you're going to handle it. All right. So this is it for the home page, for the layout. So a couple of things we need to do We can wrap this in a container, in not container, but let's say column. So column, we can have top bar. I want to show you how we're going to have this. So we're going to have top bar with the profile, with the profile picture and welcome text and notification icon. Okay, so we can create a row. This is the rest. This one we will work on that. We can create a row. To handle that, if you see the way we have it here, so means that you need to have an avatar and the welcome text here plus name and this notification. So this is our row. So we can do that. I create a row, say row, and for children. So let's do, for example, we are going to, let's see how we can handle that. Sometimes if you give AI notification, what you do, like that. First of all, let's clean up this error. So what we are having here is we have container. We can have, instead of this, we don't need to define it this way. We can just simplify this by just add a circular avatar this way. Yeah. And we also want to load image online. So I want to show you where, I'll show you where we get the image. But for now, just we want to use for background. Use this background. Okay, background image. We want to load image from internet. We can do network image. We can pass HTTPS random. So we load this from this random users, random user.me /API, and then portal main. You can pass main1, main2. So this is a URL. We can load the image from here. And for radius, we can pass 24, make it smaller. We can just give it a bit of size, space, space. So we can do size it box wide 8. That's correct. And so for this, the following one, I want to show you the following one here. This is supposed to be column. So you see that we have welcome message and this one. So to handle that, we can go here. We don't need this one. This one is not well done by AI. We can also get rid of this. So we can have a column. First of all, let's have a text. It says welcome. Welcome. We don't want to pass the name. And we can have another. So first of all, this one, we can wrap it in a column. And then the bottom, we can pass username and pass height, just a little bit, a small height of this one. Can pass another text. Even if you don't pass the height, is fine. Let's pass, for example, Danny Martinez. Yeah, but you don't need to pass that because of the space. So this one can make sure that is main size, but cross. Let's do cross alignment. Let's start from start. If we also want, we can put a small one. The rest one, the rest one here, we can have. First of all, this one need to wrap this in a row. Yeah, I'll show you why you need to wrap in a row. So you need to wrap this in a row so that we can have row start. You need to wrap this in a row so that we can have the last one is a notification. Notification button. So I can do maybe icon or icon button. Is it icon button? Yes. Icon button. This depends if you want to use icon button. So you can use add icon with a space. Just use icon, and then we will add. We can add the gesture detector. Gesture detector. How do you call that again? So you can do icon like this, and just to avoid this error. Yeah, and then do icons dot notification dot notification. Is this correct? Can I get just notification? Notification, not notification, add notifications. Yeah, so you can set the color since the background is blue, so you can set the color. Let's do color dot white like this. So if we have a reusable color, we will come back to reuse this one here to correct this. But if I save that, okay, first of all, we can will the text will be black. Let's try to reload to see what is broken there. This is what we have. We got user and we got icon here. Okay, but text is a bit bigger compared to the original one. Oh, the welcome is smaller, and this one is bold. Is bold. So we can handle that. We can handle that. The name we can do style, style text style, bold, and do font 16, font size 16, and color white. So if you save and reload to see what you get, yeah, color white, that's correct. Okay, so for welcome is also going to be, we can maybe make that 14, style, color white, and font size instead of 14. Font size instead of 14, you can maybe make it 16, you can maybe make it 14. That's correct. If you reload, you see that now get small. Yeah, it's a bit smaller. We will fix something there. We can also fix the row. First of all, the main row, this one now we need to have it, you can have space between. So we can go to this is the main row. So you can have main axis alignment, space between. So to make sure that this guy appear here. Yeah, this is correct. Okay. So if I save that, just what got. Okay. One thing is we can wrap this in wrap that in add a padding. Padding maybe can do symmetric. Padding symmetric. So horizontal Let's do 16 and vertical 12, maybe. Maybe 12, like this. So if I save, you see that you get, let's see, we now got a space between. But this one is not clickable, so clickable is not that matter because you can just add. We've got we will check on that. Doesn't matter for now. Okay, we will clean up the code later. But that's it for right now. That's it for that site. That you can also we can also wrap this add this in a reusable a widget. So you can create a widget for this one. Wrap in a widget, or let's say extract to a widget. So that means you can do it home what can we call this, home app bar, or custom app bar, home custom is what am I writing, custom app bar, like this. So to just clean the space, home custom app bar. So that means everything is here. We can actually copy this guy, just remove it here, send it somewhere else, add it to the widget. You can go to widget, this is a widget, and create a file here called home custom app bar dot like this, and add this one here. So just import material UI. Sorry, material. I keep saying material. I really love JavaScript. Okay, so you can import this one here. And so this is still the same, it's still going to work. You see that if you reload, everything's still there. We don't have any error. We will reload the app to correct. So the next one, you can do search box. All right, so for search box, it's also very easy. There's not much there to do. We can have let's have padding. Padding, let's say maybe 16 is fine, and yeah, this is generated by AI. Okay, padding 16. But you can also add instead you can do semantics. Horizontal sets at 16. Let's see what happened there. Nope. Yeah, symmetric horizontal 16. Oh, come on. Yeah, and the vertical 12. You can set maybe 8 is fine. 8.0. Okay, so this is for search bar, but you can do a bit of a decoration. Search placeholder. So we can for decoration, search decoration. What do you want to do? Okay, prefix. We can add icon. Prefix icon is there. We can also add a field to get the color, field color, or field to true, and then also field color let's set white. We want to have it white. And also we can do padding. Content padding, let's set to, how much can you set there? We can also use symmetric. Symmetric. Okay, so symmetric will have vertical, so vertical to 0, 0.0, and horizontal, we can, let's set to 16. Okay, size for padding. So for border, can do border outline, outline input border. This could be maybe, let's set maybe 12 is fine. And also we can set rounded, that's the rounded. So you can set border beside border, border side. You can do border side to, none. We don't want to show that. Okay, and that's fine. So if you save that and go back, reload the app, see what we get. This is the input, the search bar. So if you want, we can also extract that to something else. We can extract this one to clean up the space. So I can do, for example, go to extract widget and do home custom search bar, search box. Okay, so this one is here. So we just want to clean the space, so we don't want to have everything here. Can remove that one, go back to home, whatever you are saving the, storing the widget. So you can do home custom search box, and dot that, and pass this guy here. Yeah, so just import the material, and that's correct, and import this guy here. That's fine. So if you go back, reload, you get the same thing. It's still there. Okay, that's correct. Next, we can work on a scrollable content. Scrollable content area. So this is below the blue section. Below the blue section. So this is where you are going to design. If you see, we're going to design this. You can see this one. So this section now. All right, let's go and do that. All right, so for scrollable content, scrollable section, we can create, we can add this in expanded. Can do expanded, and this one we will take a container. So for container, we want to do decoration. For container, sorry. All right, you can set background to white. Background, the color to white. So we want to do just pass a child there. That's fine. And also avoid that error, to see that error. We can do decoration. Let's do decoration. Decoration. Okay, so if you are doing decoration, you don't need to pass the color here. You have to remove, because you get error. So you can do decoration. So decoration and the box decoration. So we pass that color here, and then now we pass the border radius. So you want to have only, you want border radius dot only. So top left. I want to show you from the picture. I use a picture. Yes, top left, top right. This is what we are doing here. So top left 32 Maybe 32. We can do 34. 32 is a bit, is a lot. Maybe 24. 24. 24. 24. Yeah. So that's the decoration. Okay, so for child, we can do, since we want to the content to be scrollable, so we have this call how to call that, single child single child single child scroll view, for Flutter, called single. Here I want to change this to single child scroll view, because we want the content to be scrollable. So in here, this way we are going to have a bunch of things happen. Okay, so we can, for this one, we can add padding. So we want to add padding and do maybe padding all to 16. Padding all, let's say 16. That's correct. Okay, so the rest now is just the content. In here, we will need to have different sections. So for that, we can wrap this column. Add a column here. Let's say we can do, for example, banner. Can do a banner with maybe today's offer, and the next one, let's say, we can do size the box, size it box, let's say, for example, 16, and then add another section. So we are going to add the sections, all over sections. So you can have 16 and add another 16. So if I save that, reload, this is what we get. Yeah, so this one is too small, but if the content is more, we will be able to scroll that. But I have to remove this one. We don't need this one here. Okay, so the rest of the content, we are going to fill them inside here. So what we like to do is we can create now the widget, the sections, because you can see, if you see from the picture here, we have different sections. This is today offers, and then we have our service, and we have this one. So let's go and create these sections one by one. Or this is the component one by one. All right, so we can start with this one, today offers. So we can go to our VS Code, today offers. Well, let's create a component, let's just create an error there. Just want to see an error, create something, import something we don't have. Offers banner, banner widget. Yeah, we don't have that. So if you want, you can create this one here. We don't want to create it here. We want to create it from widget. Go to widget, and here, and create offer banner widget. Dot that like this. So this guy can generate the widget. What's the name of a banner widget like this? Okay, import the material. Yeah. Okay, so now if you go back here, import that, there's no error. So we don't have anything in here. We can go ahead and add content. Okay, for this one, we have container. Generate that. That's correct. Okay, today banner widget, decoration color purple. You can set color to yellow. Yellow like this. Oh, there's how many yellows are there? If I say yellow accent. Oh, okay. So we can set yellow dot shade, maybe 700. So that will be a bit darker. Okay, so that's yellow, and we can set 12 for border radius. So now for this one, we can wrap this in a row. I want to show you what we have. We see we need to have this section and the rest of the other section. So we can have a row. Today offers, you can pass the style text to white. And font size to 18. Okay, but we can pass column since we want to have some stuff down, so we can pass column, and then pass from here. We can now pass another text. Get 50% of discount of all. I don't know any. Get 50% of. You can do get discount every. Get discount for every every order every order only valid for today. Yeah. Color, we don't. Do you really need to pass color, text color here? Which color is the text here? Because if you see color is, we don't need to pass color, so we just want to follow the style the way it is. We don't need to pass text color, just leave it like that. Okay, so we can also use we can use this is color. We can use don't need to pass the span, but we can just pass image dot network, like this. So we want to get image. I want to show you the URL. So I can do HTTP. This is the stuff we use for development. HTTP for testing. HTTP img.icon icons 8 let's see, icon 8, but we can do fluence, and we do fluency, and you can pass maybe 48 to pass the size 48. And then also what we want to pass, I can do, for example, Wackerman, Wackermel, like this. So if you take this one, you can also follow the link to open this if you want to see. Yeah, this is what we get. So this is the site. This is a site we use to get this stuff for development. And we can set okay, for image we can do height height to 50, like this. Okay, so if I save that, and what else do you have to add in here? I think that's it. We don't have much to add in here. Yeah. Okay, so just save and reload. Go back to our app. The phone went off. Yeah, so this is what we get here. But we can row. Uh, okay, let's fix this one. We can maybe, if you see that, yeah, we can add a space between. We can add space between or use expanded. For this one, you can use expanded so that I can go back here. Can use expanded for this, since we have column inside here. Yes, wrap this in expanded, and also for column we can make sure that the content has started. You can do cross alignment to start. So let's save that and reload. Yeah, it's what we get now. Okay, this is it for let's start. Do you have anything else to set? If you see the image, no, that's correct. So if you want to, so I was telling you that if you want more columns, this is one column. So if you want many of them, you can see now you can just add a scrollable here. You can add a scrollable widget here so that the user can scroll between left and right. But in this in this course, we are just going to have a simple one. Maybe in the future we can add scrollable if you start when it starts now loading the more data from loading data from the back end. All right, this is it for this section. Next section is this one, our service. Let's go and do that. All right, so this is our service. If you go back to our home view, sorry, we can now add this. Let's add a text here. Say our service like this. But we can, yeah, we can maybe style it a little bit. We can do style, say style, text style, text style, 80 and bold. We can also add size. Say sized box, height to maybe 16. So we can do const. But what I like to do is, since we are going to reuse this one, I can just create one at one place. So this is the one. So I can create a size here. So finally sized is equal to this one. This size maybe 24, 16. Which one can 16 is better? So this is the size. So we can reuse it here. So instead to keep passing the size and the size again. Oh, how is it? Oh, I was doing. So somewhere else, somewhere you're passing size again. I don't know. Yeah, so we can pass the size. All right. So what we can do, 16 here and 16 here again. So what we can do here, we can okay, we need to create a box, another size. So we need to place a box inside here. Let's say service grid. Service grid. So service grid. So we don't have it. We need to create this one. We don't have it. It's strange to use something that doesn't exist first. So we can go to this. I can close the rest of this one. Here we can create service grid and dot that. So set stateless and service grid. Import the necessary and also import this one here. Now save, don't have error. Okay, so here, what do you want to do with that? Okay, for service grid, we need to do, let's see, this is what we have. And so if you see here, this is a grid, grid. So this is the icon and the label or title icon and the label. So this is what we need to do here. But now from here, first of all, so that means that we need to create, let's do finally create a list first. Let's do, for example, services. Services is equal to array. Let's create an array. So we can create, so we can have, what is it here? Yeah, this array. You don't have to want to see that error. So we're going to have an object. So object, we're going to have icon. So we can have icon, and icon we can do icons.plumber. Let's say icons dot plumbing, and label you can say plumbing, and you can pass another one. I see I can do all these things. Icons, electric bulbs. So we're just passing. Let's see if you can repeat more. Mechanic service, medical cleaning. Yeah. Build lab. How many? We can pass. We can have at least. Because we are going to have four. Going to have four. So that means we need to have 8 of them. How many do we have here so far? 4 and 4. That's correct. Okay, so since we have this one, we can now, you can use grid. This one you can do grid build. For grid build, let's see what AI generated. Okay, I can just type everything from scratch. Nope, I don't like that. I don't like it. Okay, we're going to have grid. So grid, we can have a shrink to true, and we can also have a physical scroll. We can do never scroll. Never scroll to disable the item from scrolling. We can also do grid delicate. Grid delicate, you can do silver grid delicate. Silver grid delicate, and then you pass 4, and the space between we can do 0.8. That is radius. Nope. This can use that's fine here. Cross access spacing. Cross access spacing 8 is fine, and many access spacing 8 is also fine. We can also do child to set the child radius. This child aspect ratio. How do you call that? You can do 0.8. 0.8 for vertical spacing. Okay, I think that's correct. Count 4 is better. Okay, so for item, we can now take our list dot length, this list here, the one we just created. So they count the list, how many items are in that, and just display them here. Okay, so for build now, list build, we got list build, and then we got we set column service. We first of all do we take index. The current element is equal to current element. So we do final service is equal to index. We pass the index, get the current index, current element, and here we can you access do let's do, why is it getting error? Cannot be assigned to type. So we can do as icon data, like that, to fix that error. So if you use text, we can do as string, just as string to avoid that error. So okay, let's start first of all with this column. Column we can fix there, but what we like to do is I want to first of all this guy here we can wrap this in a container because we want to do some decoration for container. So we can do decoration pass color not white. So we want to use GetX. We want to use GetX. We can do get dot first of all color is color to white, but we can not white exactly. We can set maybe just light color. I want not white, a little bit white, light. So we can do get dot is dark mode. You can set maybe light, that gray also set this color, but we need to import get. So make sure to import this get package. Okay, next border radius. Border radius to 12 is better. 12 is better. What else? So this is for the icon. We just want to wrap the icon. So for the icon color, we want to set color to blue. So we can do, where is that again? Where is icon color? Oh, icon color is here. So we can do color to colors blue. We want to make sure that the color is blue, like this. Okay. So for the label or label, for label, we can do style. Style 60, but we can do align center, text align, make sure it's in center. Okay, that's correct. We have much to do in here. Nope, I don't think so. That's correct. So if you save that and go back to home view, just we make sure that is imported here. So just reload, see what you get. Oh, the phone went off. We are testing in a real device. Yeah, this is what you get here. So we are missing padding. You can see that we are missing padding, and the text is also too long. We don't want to see the long text. We can, instead of for example here, instead of delivery, or grocery delivery, you can just say delivery. Home repair, you can just say repair. So these are things you can correct to make the text short. So we can go back. You can close this one. This was the one, grid service. So we can remove this one, for example, and we can also remove this, and can set magical, can do cleaning and handman and construction. So if since you see that the text meant cause a problem, so you can maybe reduce this to 10 to make sure that we don't have issue. We can also use material. Can we also use layout to check the screen size to check which size, and then set the font size. But that we'll do it in the next episode. So if you go back to our application, yeah. So we don't have that long text. Text is a bit short. So you have medical, cleaning, construction, and the rest. So we can just go ahead and add maybe a little bit of padding. So you can add a padding to help, to help add padding between from this guy to help the icon. So this one we can do padding all maybe 16. So if I save that, let's see what we get. Now we get this one. It's not bad, it's good, but you can make sure that the title is come from here. So that one needs to fix it. The title need to from so that you need to fix here cross aligns cross axis alignment. And if I reload that, this is supposed to come here. Everything else is supposed to be starting. Where is it again? Here. Oh, this one too. Can do, yeah, this one. Reload. Yeah. Now everything is starting from here. So you okay, this is it for this section. Next section is top handyman. All right, let's go and do that. All right, so here we can add, this is grid. This is a service grid. Now we can add here, let's say top handyman. So this is going to be a list, but we can a bit start. This is actually going to be the same thing as this, so we can just copy this and paste here. Do top handyman like this. Okay. So top handyman, this need to have a size, box size. You can do top const top product. But what I want to do is I want to create a card, a reusable card, which you can just we pass it to reuse it for different for top handyman. So can create a card called top product card like this. So in this card, I want to show you. We will fix some stuff here in the card. I want to show you what we're going to do. So you're going to create the card, top product card that. So you can create stateless and do top product card, import the essential. So we can pass few things in here. We can do, let's say, for example, finally, let's say shrink title. We can maybe set by default, but we want it to be required. Want it to be required. You can also do finally shrink subtitle. Subtitle. Come on, subtitle. We also want to image finally image is required. So these are things we need. If you also want to pass more things, you can pass it there. So you just going to pass this here, required. So now if you go here, you see that now that we need to, if you import this one, required you to pass title. So you can pass say title. Let's say, for example, Hamisi Juma, and a subtitle. I'll say handyman, say specialist can pass, and a specialist. We can make pass a star. I want to get the star icon. Say star. How see how we can get that. And 1.9. I will see how we can get that reviews. And also image. So for image, you remember we use the image somewhere here, which is home this one. So we can use the same thing. You can copy this one. Come on, copy this one, and image, pass it here. But image we can pass, let's say, for example, 44 to get that type of image. Yeah. So this is it. How you are going? This is how we are going to pass. So you see now we can just duplicate this and show different different users. Okay, so back to product. We want now to style now the content here. We can use card. Sorry. We can use card. So card we will have, what are going to have? We can, for child, we can just use a listal like this. Listal, and title plus subtitle like this. But for leading this one, instead to pass image like this, we want to do circle avatar, and then because that image is to load from internet, so we can do a background, and we use network image and pass image. Yeah, network image and pass image. But you see here that if you don't provide the image, this will throw an exception. So this you must provide image for that one. Or another way is that you can pass also a placeholder. If you don't get image, you pass a default image. So that means that we can maybe do, but we are not going to do that actually, because we are already requiring image here. So we don't want to spend time there. We can save time. Okay, we can use tree. Is tree to true? Okay. So just to allow the subtitle to span multiple lines. This one. Okay. What else? We can just style the card a little bit. We can do sharp. Sharp, what you do, maybe 12. Sharp, sharp. Rounded rectangle border, radius, and then you pass the border radius. Color, we can do color. Say color to, we can do get X dot, if it's dark, we can pass maybe to like this, like that gray is not that much gray, else pass but not white. We can I want to use this color like like light blue, like this one, light blue. Yeah, we can import get X package. Make sure to import getx package. So if I save that, and the reload, you want to see what you get. The phone also went off again. So this is the top handyman. It's all get here, top handyman. I don't know the size. Do you need to pass size? No, it's fine. So we can go and add maybe 4 of them here. So to add like 4 of them, let me try to ask AI if AI can. I don't know how to get this the star icon. You see this star icon here. This one. I don't know how to get which keys to use. Actually, I'm using. I can use Copilot chat. Hi. How to get a star, 5-star, say 5-star emoji. Is it emoji? Yes, this is what I need. I just need one like this. I don't know how to do that actually. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Card. Did you add a card there already? Yeah. You can, if I copy that, if you copy that, you put that. We don't want to show that 5-star, but because if you show 5-star, it will be more. You see what will happen if you show 5-star. We don't want to show that. You don't just want to show 1 star. So I can get rid of this. Just keep 1, and I can close the chat. Chat. How do you close that here? Okay, now we got the star there. So that means the rest we can duplicate this one. I want to get like 5 of them, and get this one. Let's show another name. Let's say, for example, Anna Smith. Let's say, for example, let's say magical. Oh, that's no magical specialist. Let's say woman, and let's say maybe 44. That's the size. I don't know. Is that the number? Yes. And let's plumber. John Smith, electrician. So if I save that to reload, let's see what we get. Yeah, so we got this here. We got four, actually four of them. So if you want, you can add a image or view all, but we are not going to do that to save time at least. So we can move to the next section to save time. All right. So next section, the previous section was this one, top handyman. So next section is a product. Product list. So if you see, it's actually the same thing as this, but instead of create 4, we're just going to do a 2. So that means that you can go to back here. First of all, we need to add space and also add another space here. I need to copy the text, this one, the title, sorry. Can replace this title here, and we're just going to add product. So this is just, you can add product, doctor, service. We can add. This is just a section. Now we can show product on details. Okay, so here we can now we do as usually create use something you don't have. So we do product and product create. Product create, we don't have it, so we need to create product create. You can go to this guy here and widgets and create product create. So this could be product create and create dot to that. So we can create product create and import the essentially, yeah, material. Come on. Lowercase, but you need to correct this one here. Instead of product, we can use product with S. Okay, so this is it. So we have I want to show you what you can do. Is something here you can do product grid. Which one is it again? Service grid. So this is actually the same thing, service grid. So we can just copy the content. So I mean, I can just copy everything here, go back here, and I can paste this and just rename this to product grid. So here, instead of 4, we just change this to 2. Yeah. Save that. What else can you change here? So we can maybe change also the name. Let's say, for example, label. Let's say, for example, home repair. It's still the same thing. Add more. Actually, it's still the same thing. Doesn't matter. This is supposed to be product, not icons. But since we don't want to use icons, we can just change this one. So one thing we can change here, sorry. We can also change the design a little bit. So instead of if you see here, we can change this design. We copy this decoration and everything here. Yeah, copy the decoration and everything, add them, remove this, but wrap this with the container and add them here. Okay, so we can add maybe this 12, add the spacing, sorry, the height. So if you reload that, let's see what we get here. So this is what we get. So now we can just play a little bit with the icon size, and also icon size. How much size you can set? Maybe 40. Sorry, you can set 40. Icon size is still blue, and we can now set this to center. You can do cross main axis alignment, center, to make sure that the things goes in the center. If you reload that, supposed to see them here. Yeah. What are you missing here? This is not. This is too big. Let's see why is it too big. Okay. We can padding is 16. It's still 16 is fine. Okay, so we can change this one here a little bit. We can do, instead of 2, let's do 8. I can do 1.2. The cross spacing, 1.2. That's correct. And the cross axis spacing, cross axis spacing. That's this one. Cross axis spacing, I set to 12. 12 is fine. And then main axis spacing can also set to 12. And child aspect ratio, aspect ratio, we can set to 1.2. Let's see what we get. Yeah, so this is not bad. So if you scroll, you get something like this one. So if you want, you can play around much with this, but this is fine. This is fine. What else? So we can, if you want, you can add shadow to box. So you can do to this container. If you want, you can add a shadow. You can go to decoration, box decoration. Here I can do shadow, box shadow. Box shadow. We can pass array, and can you generate shadow here? Shadow color. Let's say color black. Color. We can do colors dot black, maybe black 12, and blur reduce to 4 maybe, and offset. Offset is fine. So if you reload that, let's see what we get here. Is this too much, or how's it here? I think it's fine. It's okay. Okay, this is it for product, but actually everything is already there. So we can just remove this. We don't need this one, and then work on the bottom. All right. So you can remove this and spread the reducer to a bit. Looks like the shadow is is too much. So this will reduce this size. It's fine. Okay. Next we can go to home view. We don't need this, so you can get rid of this one. Okay, so we can work on bottom. So for bottom, we need to see how we're going to add it, because our layout, this is the auto layout. So we don't need to add bottom here. If you see, we don't need to add it here. So we need to go to, we need to add our bottom here. This is the one. So I mean, instead to, because if you see, we need to have a bottom, so we don't need to repeat it. I'm not sure if we are going to have different type of bottoms across the app, but what I think is we are going to have one bottom for the entire app, the navigation. So that means even if your home page, you can still see this and this and that, the everything. So we don't need to change the bottom. Instead, we can maybe create the bottom here. So we can do you have bottom? Yeah, if you pass it, but we can do we can use GetX to handle the bottom. So we can use OBX. So GetX to handle the bottom. So we're just going to have a function and a ref function. So the rest is just going to be bottom navigation. Bottom navigator, bottom navigation bar, like this, and then we pass the items. So OBX, because we want to use the controller, so we don't have that controller, so we can use current index, whatever you are going to set in here. But first of all, for items, we can do const empty list, just like this. That's correct. So here we have for the bottom navigation, we got something called current index. So that's the point which you want to use home controller. I want to use the controller to manage the index, and so we can do a controller. We don't have that controller, sorry, but we can use controller. That's how I like to do things. Controller, I'd like to do sometimes. Controller dot selected selected index index dot value. So we don't have that controller. So that means we can go ahead and create the controller and then import it. Okay, we can go to, we need to create first for that controller, to create first of all the home controller. Where can you store that? Oh, home, and then controller. Let's create home controller dot that, like this. Okay, for home controller, we don't really have much in here. We can just do class. Can do home control. Can AI speed up this home controller and extend GetX controller? So we can import that GetX. Okay, so in here we can just create a variable selected index. Selected index is equal to 0, and then we do obx to watch the value. So we can now create a variable, a method in here. We can do, for example, void on tap. We can do on tap selected. So we take the index and then we just take update this one. So we can do, this is now where we want to now options. Add now the options to navigate. So we can do switch statement, but we will do switch statement in the next next episode. So you see that we can, if the index is equal to 0, we can use up route. We have up route dot home. So up route, if you watch our previous video, you already know where is up route. So this is the up route, the class, and this is where we define all our path. So we can, if we can pass the profile, let's do up route dot profile. This is how we're going to. So you can just pass the rest in here. Okay. So what I want to do, I don't want to do the redirect in here or the navigation in here. We will do navigation sooner. Okay, so this, now we know that we can now get the home controller in here. So this one, what can we do now here? So we have home what authenticate authenticated layout extend. So we can do get view. Instead to extend this, we can do we can add get view here. So we can do something like get view and home controller. So we can import that here. So we want to use that home controller here. Since this is a layout, this is our main layout. So that means whatever things we need to do, we can handle it with the home with the main or authenticated user layout. Mostly in here, mostly in home layout, we're just going to have the route, and maybe load the feed data, but the rest of the things just going to be home authenticate auth controller, which is this one, and we don't have anything in here for now. Okay, so this one, this way we want to now add the router, sorry, the bottom navigation bar items. Bottom navigation bar items. First of all, you see here that, where is it? Yeah. Current index. So controller.selected. So we can do on tap. We want to call now that function. I guess I know you already know the function you need to call. So we can pass index here. Pass index, and for index, yeah, we can pass index. So we can do controller.selected. Controller.selected. So this is the selected which we use, which is here. Yeah, controller.selected. That's it here. So we make the navigation very simple. So here we're just going to have this. We will fix this, the rest. How many we were supposed to have? Yeah, we have home, chat, and the rest, the other one. So we can have home. The last one is yeah, the profile is actually the last one, so we don't need setting. We can have chat. Yeah, say chat. Chat. What is the icon we use? Chat. And we can also have not notification, but let's say calendar. Calendar, and it's fine. And booking. Let's just say maybe booking. What else? Oh, the last one is just profile. Is profile. Okay. So we can do. We can just maybe set the color. We can set the color for this guy. Yeah. Selected color. Selected item color. Say blue. And unselected gray. And say type, we want to, we can do bottom bottom bar dot type dot shift. If you want to shift but you want to have the value the shifting. Yeah, this is correct. So I hope you won't see any error if I reload that. So we have got kind of error. I don't know. So we need to reload the app or just restart the app. So we can do Flutter clean and Flutter run. So this will tell us if we have any error. Since we create controller and we need to load. Another thing before even that, I forgot about it. Sorry. Yeah. Before that, we need to take, let's do flat. We will get an error because this controller, home controller, we need to put it. We need to add it in main banding to band this one. This main banding in here. So we need to do also get get dot lazy put, and then we put that main home controller. So I can import that, and I can just close this one because we'll get an error, clean up, and restart, redo it again. Okay, this might take a couple of seconds or minute. So we wait for the application to rebuild, and I'll see you after. All right, so our application restarted successfully. We don't have any error. Everything is just fine. So you can see that if I hit home, you see chart, booking, and profile. Okay, so everything is perfect. Except we don't have links. So these are static content. So we need to integrate our back end, or also enable the navigation. Enable the navigation from here, so that we can do it in the next episode. But for now, we need to fix just one thing here, just one little thing here. Okay, what I mean is the home page, the welcome screen. This is the splash screen. So we needed to fix welcome screen. So this doesn't look nice. Let's go and fix that. All right. So for home screen, this is what we have so far. There's nothing in here actually. Um, so I have an image here. This is the image I want to use for banner, but I also want to show you what I want to see, what I want to have. So if you see the startup app we have, this is the splash screen. Give it a second. And this is the home screen. So we want to have this home screen here, kind of similar to this one. Okay, so to achieve that, we need to go, so let's go back to our application. This is our application. So to achieve that, we need to go to, and this is my image I want to use in here. I can close this and this one. Okay, so here we are using app main layout. So this is for an authenticated user. This is the one we are using, an authenticated user. We don't really have much here. So what you can do is we can do, okay, let's change this to stack. You can use stack like this and children. So can remove this and wrap here. So children. Okay, we can do position fill because we want to fill all the position, the remaining position. So we can do position fill, position dot fill, and child we can pass container. Container, and so for container we want to do decoration for the container. Decoration, yeah, this decoration, and you can use banner one. This image, the name is startup banner one. This is the name, this one here, startup banner one. Make sure the image is there, is loading. Okay, so that's for decoration, and then also cover, fit cover, and opacity. Opacity we can pass maybe to 0.3. That's correct. We don't pass color yet. Where's color? We can now pass the color. Can pass color to colors. Color dot oh, where's image? Yeah, color dot from, let's say from RGBA to maybe say let's say 255. 255 for red. You can pass maybe 38, and for green we can pass 36 and 36. That's fine. Okay. That's for now. The other one too is also fillable. Sorry, position fill. You can also do position dot fill, and then we can also do child container. So for this we can pass just child container. We can pass color. Do color is equal to colors dot black dot width with maybe with values. I can do alpha maybe 0.4. That's correct. Yeah. Okay. So in here now, we can now pass this child for that container. Container now you can pass, maybe just do padding. Do what do you want to pass in here first? We can pass center. Center, we will have an image. We will have a child which is just a text to say welcome to startup, text white. But we want to pass padding all to 24. Okay, that's the text. But we can use column because we want to have text with the button, with this button here. So I don't know, we can use which button. Can you use that one or just text? Okay, so but we can save this first, reload, we see what we get. This is what we have, and we are waiting for the screen to reload. Now this is what we get. But looks like we are having problem with the screen. Main app bar. We don't want to, yeah, we don't want to pass this. We don't want to pass that. So if there's no app bar, there's no app bar. We don't want to pass anything. Yeah, if now go, we don't have app bar. But we want this text to be here somewhere with a button. And also we can maybe set the text size. But first of all, we need to have let's make sure that this one comes down here at the bottom. We can do this to fix that, to make sure it goes to the bottom here. Where we can this one. We can do main. Main axis alignment. We can do to space between. Yeah, let's do dot space between. Okay, so we can also add the box. We can maybe do const, not spacer, but you can do size box to do maybe 20. We just want to give a little bit of space. Okay, so this is now what we have. We don't want to pass the heading. We pass the heading smaller. Smaller like that. That's fine. Okay, so we can have another space here because we want to have the subtitle const and size box, and maybe 16. You can maybe pass 16, and we can now pass the subtitle, which is just your one-stop solution for all your startup needs. That's fine. Okay, we can if you want, we can set the color, your body text. This is supposed to be body large, width, and then the color we can set to color dot from RGBA from RGBA. Can you see that? can also just do the way chose white. Which color you want to pass, you can just do like this. This will still speed up that color. Okay, so we can have now this is going to be let's say get start button. So this is going to be, you can do sized box to make sure that the white is full. Yeah, white is full, and then we just have the text. So we can have the text. We can do up route, our up router dot to home. But if you want to redirect the user to login, you can pass that login. Yeah, like this. So if we save that, reload, you want to see what we get there. This is what you get here. So, but we maybe want to everything to be from the bottom. But we will do that. You can also change the text color, background color for the button. You can do style and color. We don't want to pass the primary color. What color you want to pass? We can just define the color here. We can do colors purple. Yeah, maybe const. Nope. Yeah. If we set color purple, we must change the text color. We can do style to what color to white, like that. Maybe also set the font size. You can maybe set this to font widget bold to font. Come on. Yeah, and reload that and see what we get here. But we want to, here I want to show you, if you click this will take you to home page, to login, and can go back to that. So the only thing we need to do here is to push this a little bit down. So this is now matter with we need to check how many containers, how many. Okay, so that means we need to wrap this guy and this. We can do column and pass children. Yeah. Remove this one. Can pass this here. Oh, but we need to set main access. We can maybe set it to center. So here you can play around with this one. This is center, it's fine. But if you want to go extremely down, as also if you want to set it that way. But I think this is better. This is much better. So this is just so that means if you want to, you can also customize this for different screen size. So this could be for mobile, but if you are on desktop, we can have maybe image here with your image here with the welcome message here and get start button. So, but I'm sure you already know how to do it because you have already passed that section. But that episode on handling the major career, unless you request for it, we can work on it on that next time. But this is it. This is it for welcome screen. So if you click here, this will take us back to take us to the login. So for the login, I can try to just put in any email address because we are not submitting this data to the database. Pass any password, and this takes us back to this takes us back to the home page. So this is their home page. All right, so this is a very good job. Well done. Thank you. This is very, very nice and clean design. All right, so next, I can just walk you through what you have done so far. All right, so just a recapture for what you have done so far. Okay, so we got the application here, launched the app. All right, now we got a welcome screen. Get started. This will take us to login. So from login, you can put any email address for now, and try also put the password and login. Voilà, nous avons maintenant, we got our home page, a beautiful and clean home page, plus a welcome screen. Right, so our app is taking a shape, very clean, and next we can go and integrate, start now building our API, connected to our back end, and also start now building our dashboard. Right, this was so much fun. My name is Shaban Mswamba. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and also like our video. Also, you can join our membership to support our channel so that we can save you better. All right, see you in the next episode.
Right, that's it for now, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Do stay subscribed for more.